Okay, welcome everyone to my new YouTube channel, The Investigative Truth Cold Case Missing. My name is Pat Obashan. I am a retired Leominster police officer, detective, and I am currently a private investigator. I've been thinking about doing something like this for a while now. My passion really is doing and looking into consulting with cold cases throughout Massachusetts. I have done several, and I do have several people in my life that I consider very dear to me that have nothing to do with law enforcement, but are incredible researchers, and I appreciate all the work that they do, all the work that anyone does, really, paying attention to cold cases. But this is a dream for me, so thank you for the support. What I'm going to present here is something that is unscripted, something that you do not see me sitting behind a desk. You will not see me with a shirt and tie on. You're probably going to see me make some mistakes talking when I'm doing these videos because they are time consuming, but that's what I want to give you. I just want to give you honest conversation about what I know about cases, how they're worked on, how I have dealt with the case that I've done, which will be the first case starting in episode 3, Taj Narbonne. Taj was 9 years old when he disappeared from 15 Maple Street in Leominster 44 years ago at the end of this month. Tuesday, March 31st, 1981, Taj Narbonne disappeared. He has never been seen or heard from since then. So I'm going to dive into that case. But before I start getting into those cases, we're going to start talking in the next few episodes. We're going to talk about how cases go cold and why they go cold, what it's like to work a cold case. I want you to get an understanding of that from a retired law enforcement officer, someone who I will be very blunt. I will be honest with you about what I experienced when I jumped into this case, the people I came across, the pushback we got, right, for going and getting back into this case. And there's all kinds of things that surround cases that are rarely ever talked about. So I'm hoping to do that as well. Of course, I'll be limited in what I can talk about. I have to be very upfront with that. Even though I'm retired, I have a lot of knowledge about various cases, and specifically Taj's case, because that was the case that I did, and I still work on it as a private investigator. But I work on it with law enforcement, with Leominster PD. I work on it with the state police, and we have some activity that's going on with that. So there's a lot I can say, I cannot say. So, but what I do is I promote these cases. I want the public to know about them with the hopes that someone will hear something or remember something, or someone will say, I think it's time for me to talk and tell what I know, right? That's always a hope with these cold cases. So that's where we'll go. And, we'll talk about, again, I think I mentioned it, how we work these cases, right? What happens when we work these cases, how these cases go cold, but, right, how we manage cold cases. And that's not just from the professional side. That is from the personal side. I want to get into that so people understand. I've had a lot of ups and downs in the Taj case, and probably I think the biggest downs have been that years ago in episode 3, I will talk about this, where, I made a promise to Taj's grandparents many years ago, back in 2003. I made a promise that I would continue on with this case until I got a result, an answer for them. Eunice and Lewis have both passed away, and that's a tough one because you always want to give an answer to families. So we think about those families. We think about the friends, and sometimes it's just a matter of waiting for that bit of information that's going to be the breakthrough that a case needs. So. But I will be starting with that case in episode 3. Episode 2, I hope you'll join me. Again, thank you for the support. I hope you will join me. I'm going to talk about how cases end up cold. There's a variety of reasons for that. There's a variety of reasons why, cases only go so far. I want to discuss that, and, I want to discuss what maybe law enforcement, what we can do all together, with these cases. But thank you for joining me. Thanks for the support. See you soon.